Thanks. Hi, this is Karen Newman. This is the Saturday Human Colony Hucolo Webinar. It is Saturday, the 30th of April, 2022. Did we lose Wendy? Where did she go? I just want to welcome our two special guests. We have Wendy and we have Susan, who are regulars in Human Colony, but they're also channels in their own right. And so they're going to be channeling for us both individually, maybe a little bit together as we go forward, but they'll be channeling for the both of us. So who wants to do a prayer to get us started? Susan, you want to do a prayer?
Usually Wendy's a little better. She has a whole arsenal of meditations and prayers.
Well,
Wendy,
you usually do light language, right?
Oh yes, I can do that. Sorry. Yeah, I can do a
okay.
light language blessing to get us started.
Okay, that would be fantastic. Okay.
To sikia sukototia ye sikia hoisia totoya kia sikutia hoisia itoko te atia yoto yatia ye sukotoya ye hiazuya ye sikotoya ya sikia ito yatia itoko ye. May the light shine upon you. Sikoya ye sukoya ye on all your days. Sukotoya ya tia ye sikia, may it shine within your hearts as well. Sukotoya ya sikia hoisia ye, even when skies are gray. We are all here to surround you with our love. Call upon us often to commune with us.
Thank you. Wendy, would you like to do a prayer? Blessing.
Wendy, you're muted.
Yes, a blessing prayer to all of you. Thank you, Ian.
Thanks, Ian. Let me host. Okay. Thank you.
The fairy realm is with you today in full support. They are here lending their joy, their beauty, and their blessings to all, sending love through the beautiful flowers and plants. We invite you to join your hearts with us as you notice the beauty within the plants and air elements, airs of Gaia. Thank you.
Thank you. So why don't we just for just a moment, and we'll do this also with Susan, but just for a moment, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself, what you're doing, sort of, we're talking like the 5-minute version of how you got started channeling, how how your spirituality has progressed, and sort of what it is you're doing now, really.
Yes. So I began when I was 7. I had my first moment of clarity of spiritual, that there's, that it's not just God in a book, right? Being taught by mom. But I had metaphysical things happen to me throughout my lifetime as a child. When I was just maybe not even 5 years back, I started to have my own physical illnesses. And as I went seeking others for healing instead of the typical medical version, I experienced my awakening in 2012, where I heard drumming. My ancestors did drumming. And then in around 2017, I started having medical issues. And then after I went to a practitioner, I during hypnosis said out loud, I said it myself. I had no idea what I was talking about. We are healing your crystalline DNA. You're going to be working with crystal skulls to do healing of the masses. And what they'll do is they'll protect you. And so I didn't understand what I was saying, but I was the one saying it. So it felt very third party. And so when that happened, I was like, oh, I'm a healer. So I'm like, I didn't know that. So then I just started saying, okay, I'm a healer. Oh, you have a pain. Okay, let me heal you. So I kind of like lay on hands without touching them. And then I was like, well, maybe I should learn about Reiki. And so then I did that. But in the meantime, I was, just studying for myself, because I always had an interest in mediumship and channeling and psychic, just because I had my own individual experiences where I had experienced, cognitive dreams, precognitive dreams, where I dreamed something and then it would happen. So then channeling. So after I started doing healing, a year into healing, I began actually listening to Hucolo. And from that, I realized that the group was getting, some in the group were getting together to meet to practice their channeling. And I said, I want to do that. I think I'm supposed to be doing that. And so, and I remember early on, I had gone to have like my aura and field cleared before I even started doing any of this work. And they said, oh, you're a channel. You're like a natural channel. You have an ability. And I was like, oh, am I? So, but I didn't do anything with it. I just thought, oh, that's nice to know. So then when I started working with channeling, they being spirit team, each time that they would come through, they said, well, you're always channeling, Wendy, you just don't know it. And so I was like, oh, okay, thanks. So then once I started working with it, then I started to recognize the energy. I could feel when a team was coming through. So that's my background and story about how I began working as a channel. And light language comes through right away. And then I work a little bit and I hear a lot telepathically. So sometimes when others are being connected, if I've been working with you, I can actually hear your whoever's channeling through you, I hear them like talking to me too. So because Susan and I have worked a lot together, that happens a lot with us. So we do have a telepathic connection. So which is beautiful to see. And of course the galactics help us too.
So who do you channel primarily, or is it like one group, or is it many? Who do you work with? Who would you say would be your main guides?
Well, because of my soul family, the Lyrans, the 90 white Lyrans came through a lot for me. Raziel comes through for me a lot. Sophia comes through for me a lot. Gaia. So the divine feminine tends to be, I've channeled Sekhmet and Isis. And then collectives, large collectives like the Syrian collective. Once sound came through to be channeled through me, like a planet in the universe. And so it's interesting. So, but more recently, it's been more of a intentional channeling. And so I'll set my intention for who I want to channel. And so I actually was working with Jim at the end of last week. And so while we were talking, I said, who can you, while he was channeling, I said, can you tell me who is asking to or wanting to work with me this weekend, who wants to maybe give messages? And so he told me that the king of the elementals, Fleta, wants to come through. And then also Goringal, who is a gnome, wants to come through. And then also the dragon Donner. So he said that, he gave me these three, and he said, and then you may have personal beings that want to come through. Ra is always with me as well. So he oftentimes will just kind of power through, and then he'll just come out. And you can tell usually when it's Ra, because all of a sudden I'm like almost like I'm yelling, like I have to project his power. So his power is very interesting to come through.
It's a very big energy, that Ra energy.
Yeah.
It's very big. Yeah.
You have to be ready to hold the energy. He likes to work with you when you're clear, when you're open, when you're able to hold the light, when you're free. So you have to be of high frequency already to work with Ra. Otherwise, when his power comes through, and I've heard other people that when I channel him, that if they're not ready, they feel kind of sick to their stomach, they can feel ill because it just comes through boom, you're being lambasted. Maybe if you've been out in the sun, literally, you've been out in the sun too long and you start to feel ill, kind of that sun sick feeling. I don't know what you call that, but sun heat stroke, like a heat stroke, like that.
Oh, wow.
Where you know how you just start to feel ill. So if your frequency isn't really a high vibration at that time, and you're listening to me channeling Ra, you can start to feel ill like that. And then also if you're bringing in that high energy, sometimes you can feel not well, or you can't hold it for very long. So so it's always it's when you're channeling and you're wanting to channel. And so this is for anyone who wants to channel, because, you know, honestly, everybody can channel. Everybody can. You have it within your DNA. We're all out here to go to our ascension and our rising, and to, you know, to become the ascended masters, like, you know, and we've probably had multiple ascended master lives already. So, so it's just another step in our journey. So you've got the innate ability already. It's within you. How much have you developed it in lifetime after lifetime? Who knows? That's, you know, your own journey, but you have the ability. And so if you put that intention within yourself to start to awaken it and start to work with it, then that's up to you. And how you want to treat your body, and how you want to, you know, bless your food or your water, or, you know, any of those types of things. How you're, you know, are you, you know, cutting your cords at the end of the day? Are you grounding and connecting in the morning? Throughout the day, you know, maybe going through your chakras, do a 5-minute meditation. You know, there's like little things that you can be doing. And this is not, trust me, this is not a judgment on anyone about, oh, you didn't do a meditation today, you know, or anything like that. It's just a recommendation. And so I actually feel like I'm like just channeling this message right now. It's like just coming straight through. That it's different guidances that the team is kind of giving me to say, oh, say this, say this, say this. And so it's just kind of flowing through as these ideas are kind of popping in my head. So I can always feel, because I can feel the energy within it. And within my body, I can feel it, like my heart beats a little faster, and I can feel the, I've always called it effervescent bubbles, that my body, like, it feels like you know, like they're bouncing around. Like if you've ever seen water hit like a pavement and you can kind of see it bouncing, it feels like it does that inside your body. And so I can feel the energy like that. So, so
why don't we let you channel? Why don't we let you channel, so we, you know,
Okay.
we give you a good amount of time. So right now it's 11:30, I think, or almost.
Okay.
Am I right?
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So let's have you channel, and just if you do feel tired, or you feel like you've come to the conclusion of what you want to channel, go ahead. And then when we're
Okay.
done with you, then we'll go to Susan. So, and everyone who will have a question, just put a me in the chat, or I have a question, or whatever you want to write, and we'll just try to get it. And we'll also be taking questions from YouTube. So hello to everyone out there in YouTube. Feel free to ask the questions. And is there anything that you talk about or don't talk about? Is everything open? You're open to every question?
Everything's open. And if they don't want to allow that energy to come through, or don't want to provide an answer, they'll let you know.
Okay, perfect.
It's been my
Great.
experience.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
So-
we will see you on the other side. Thank you. And take however long you need for preparation. It's fine.
Thank you.
Okay.
And the energy's already here. I just need to breathe it in and allow. Akawiyanyara te hihuru yura hayana hako di te kiyara na yere yui anya katahi ta ko rapa ya ta kahi ta to irana ahi no nyana na ita yara ta toru yara ta yara o to te yara ta irana yara ta o toru yanyere te yara ta hako pu I am King Fleta. I work with all of the elementals. Wendy has been doing preparation to bring me in. To begin with, I needed to clear some limiting beliefs from her heart. So just to let you know what I'm doing with her, opening her heart, the singing and the toning that was given for each of you were based on your own elementals that you work with. Some of you are working with water, with fire, with wind, with all the elementals or nature beings. Some of you are working more closely with plant energy. Some of you are working more and or have worked with your past lives with many of these beings, some of them being the gnomes, the fairies, the pixies, the divas, the tree spirits, many, many nature beings, so many Tillists. My message for you today is that I want each of you to consider yourselves your own nature being. I want you to remember you too are connected directly to Gaia. I ask that you open your heart and allow all aspects of the oneness of our beautiful Mother Gaia, her planet, the fruits that she provides, and all of us beings that assist with the development, the care, the nurturing of her. We ask that each of you join your hearts, bringing in your love energy within your own body elemental, the nature being of who you are as you. I ask you to connect in with yourself now. As you connect in with yourself, feel the love of what keeps you alive. Feel the love of the water that you have blessed. Know how it sustains you. The cellular structure within your own bodies. Feel this and know that you are not just a dream of light, which you are, but that you are manifest within the physical. And so at this point, in this high energy and frequency that we are at, you have more access to yourself as a multidimensional being. And we ask you to come into yourself as your multidimensional being, to recognize and love yourself, to stop judging yourself, to stop treating yourself harshly as the being that you have come to experience, to allow and to love. Whoosh.
Would you be willing to take any questions?
Of course.
Okay, if there's
And-
anyone in the chat that has any questions, or Ian, if you have any questions in YouTube,
And-
please feel free to ask. Go ahead.
And if you were able to hear the blowing, that was the winds of the east, lending in their freshness and vibrancy to you as you begin afresh with your connection to your elemental body, your nature body. Thank you.
Thank
The
you.
wind says thank you.
Salesh has a request. Has poor internet, so I'm going to ask for him. He's asking for healing for his sister Meenakshi, who has cancer in the lower chin and jaw. And he's just asking for healing to be sent.
Yes, I bring universal energy now, bringing into the cellular structure of her chin and jaw Only that's Akatuyana narata huru tu yarati ikakuyana mapato huru tu hianarata ikiara nando to otuho bahayata ka anane wirana. Only the healthiest of selves may be allowed there to let go and clear the negativity from the body, to no longer allow it around her auric field. Releasing this energy field from her will allow her own nature body to once more find its joy and health. This work has begun. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, there's a question if you're ready from Ian. Go ahead, Ian.
Hi, I just wanted to find out if there was any special purpose or message that the elementals wanted to come through for us today, if there was an importance about today.
Yes, the importance today, why I, Fleta, needed to come through to connect in with each of you, and of course those at later points in time that we see watching later, is because as your third eyes, many of you are already open and active, but with the higher frequencies, as you move to the fifth dimension, you will begin to see more plainly us. And I say us as the collective. You see yourselves easily, readily. Some during meditation glance into seeing us as our different spirit types, our different body types as we demonstrate. And so it is important, imperative that this conversation begin now so that there's not alarm in your hearts when you see the gnomes working in your yard or bouncing in your house or the pixies chasing your animals. You can reach out to them and connect telepathically. You can speak with them out loud. Or when you begin hearing the birds and the squirrels saying to you in their song or their chatter, and yet suddenly you hear their words in your mind. This is the importance of why these messages need to come through now, that your hearts expand and be opened to this love and connection. So that when the owl is hooting its nighttime message to you, calling you to also look at the stars and to be thankful for the foods and the activities of the night, that your hearts are open to listen, not with your minds, but with your hearts. Thank you for your beautiful question.
Sorry for that. Was that your only question, Ian? Hello?
Yes, I just,
Okay.
yes.
All right, great. Okay, Radha has a question. Go ahead, Radha.
Hi, Fleta. This is Radha. I understand that you came to me in a dream to say hello.
Beautiful.
Was there anything else you wanted to tell me? How are we connected?
Yes, Divine One. Because of your work with the nature beings and the elemental realm, you have many beautiful gifts, Goddess, that you are. You are connected to many of the beings and have been many of the beings in your lifetime. There are many fairies and elves around you. Do you know this?
Some of the work that I've seen Susan and Wendy perform, I do know there are lots of beings around me, but I have not seen them.
Yes. And so, as you know, many of you who are connecting in with your spiritual abilities, we will come to you in the most easiest and divine aspect to connect and bring messages. And so, whether it's meditation or dream time, when we can get our message through to you so that you begin to question, why is this happening? What did this mean? And so for you to question, what is the message for me? It is to trust yourself. You know the beings are around you. Connect in and start to converse with them.
I will. So I understand there is a prophecy down the road where we will be connected. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
My dear, your awareness to the prophecy is enough at this point. You have work to do first. You cannot be graduating high school when you haven't gone to first grade. So our encouragement and the dream to show up for you is to begin your work. When you connect with us more and begin to see the beings around you with your third eye, you will know the prophecy. The key to the prophecy is within your heart. As you begin to divinely find your own guidance of who you are as a powerful being, you will learn more. I give you support in this journey.
Thank you. I look forward to working with you.
Blessings, and I to working with you. You may connect with me. Each of you simply ask to connect with your team. You will know who you are to work with.
Okay, thank you so much. Ian has some questions from the YouTube chat. Go ahead, Ian.
Hi, thank you. I have a few questions here. First question I have, and forgive me for people on the YouTube if I mispronounce the names here, but I'll try my best. First question is from Hey Metwali, and the question is, what does the human body elemental look like?
Like you, only larger. Holographic, if you will. Look at yourself in the mirror and see your human body elemental. Find yourself in the 5 o'clock shadow. Look at your shadow and say, there I am. Tall, large. Find the wall behind you so that you can observe yourself, similar to a Peter Pan catching his own shadow. Be playful. Remember your childhood fun. This is your body elemental and your most childlike self. Wanting you to only remember the highest of your joy. Look in your own eyes in the mirror. Be divine. Tell yourself how you love you. Hug yourself. When you hug yourself, you hug your body elemental. Thank your hands for the work they do every day. For your mouth, for the ability to speak, your tongue, your throat, your lungs, to be able to breathe in your breath. Your body elemental is you, only larger. Does this answer the question?
It's from YouTube, so I'll wait for a reply from the person to see if it does. And meanwhile, I'll ask another question from, I believe the name is Anais D. And the question is that I have headaches many times a week for a few years. I was wondering if there's a non-physical or beyond my understanding reason for it. If yes, what can I do about it?
This is your energy awakening within you. The energy within you is trapped. What you can do to awaken it further is to call on the white light. Ask God, your creator, to allow this energy to be moved through your body. It sits as you're trying to connect in with the divine, captured within your brain, as your mind will not release it. Ask your body elemental, your nature body, to assist with the movement of this energy, allowing this flow to happen. The flow must happen between the divine, the earth, and yourself in a triad. This beautiful triad is where this energy moves. We are assisting you now with moving this energy. You may feel heart palpitations. You may feel energy within your body. If anybody is feeling similar to this stuck energy, the fairies want to offer their assistance of flight. Flight on the wing of the energy within the body. This is very high energy, and open your hands and accept and bring it into your heart. As you bring this energy into your heart, it will assist in moving this energy. This being's team reminds those physical beings that are not often working with energy to ground and to drink water, lemon, fruits assist with this connection. Thank you.
Ian, did you have other questions? You said you
Yes.
have more than one? Okay, go
I
ahead.
have another one here.
Okay.
It's from the Mavith. What do you think of the Stargate, the sacred geometry for channeling?
We all have stargates and portals. Do you have the key to the Stargate? Are you working with Creator within your own Merkaba? Are you protecting yourself and traveling safely? There may be those that still within the galactic realms do not have the highest of intent. This lessons and lessons, however, still it does exist. The Stargate is there. This being is a protector of a Stargate. In her divine form.
Okay. Next question is from Jess M. And the question is, what is the significance of the solar eclipse and my birthday today? Any insight would be wonderful. Much love.
We all come in with a mapped plan. Even I. All beings have a mapped plan. This was your birth plan. As you sat with your divine team, the galactics, the elementals, the goddesses. There are many around you, planning for this life as the ascension for this planet, for this time, is being at a crucial point in time, the first success, shall we say. You wanted this awareness. You wanted this message, this synchronicity, this time on your birthday. You are a solar lord. Connect in with the moon. Connect in with the seasons. Find your synchronicities on your chart. You left yourself hints, and now you have opened the key to one of them. Enjoy.
Okay, my last question for YouTube for the moment is again from the Mavitt. What advice do you have for someone that can't channel while using the Stargate?
Was that cannot channel?
Correct.
Build your energy frequency. Build your energy frequency. Your ability must be to hold more energy. The Stargate is tremendous. And so, of course, similar to those analogies of I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I cannot rub my tummy and pet my head at the same time. I cannot bring one finger one way and one the other, at the same time direction. How is this possible to do two things at once without practice? You must find your methods to hold more energy.
Okay, Karen, that's all I have for YouTube for the moment. If you want to go back to the room.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, Joan has a question. She asked me to ask it. She says, what do you mean about playfulness in life? How do you play in this life? Thank you.
Find a beach ball and toss it into the air. Skip, hop, sit on the swings. Remember your childlike fun. A beach is a beautiful analogy of playing in the sand. Pick up a game of jacks. Try to bounce the ball and catch the jacks. Jump rope. Play cards. Laugh. Be silly. Make funny faces. Stick out your tongue and try to twist it. Ha, ha. Find what makes you laugh. Your humor and childlike joy. Hold hands with your friends. Go to the parks of amusement. Lay on the grass and watch the birds fly and find the forms in the clouds. Is it a bunny? Is it a dragon showing itself to you? Play I Spy with my little eye. See if you see the fairies. See if the ladybug speaks to you on the wing. Let it crawl across your finger and your arm. This is the joy and the fun that we ask you to find within yourself. Release the judgments of the adult. Accept others in their playfulness and join them. Be kind to one another. And in your kindness, these gifts of the Spirit will come to you in abundance. Peace and harmony are yours. Love is yours. Blessings, dear one.
Thank you so much. Barbara has a question. Sorry, Barbara.
Hi there, I have a question. Mine has to do with I'm working on my opening my telepathic communications better. Do you have any suggestions or anything that I can use to help get this more opened and more connected to other beings?
Yes, you are recommended, my dear one, my beautiful sister of love, whose heart is full and divine, to breathe. When you breathe, this energy will move through your core. As the energy moves through your core, your pineal gland is activated. As your pineal gland is activated, using divine geometry of the infinity symbol from the third eye to the back of the head, opening that tube further, and then ear to ear, using this instruction, concentrating on the center. You may also use Vesica Pisces within your meditations, seeing yourself in your third eye within the eye of the center of the Vesica Pisces. And these focused intentions, it's always your intention with your mind pushed aside, trusting and out of the way. So this is why the breath is most important for you. Because when you're focused on your breathing, especially if it's the fire breath, moving the body along with the breath, feeling it in your being, you may not think of anything else except, I can't breathe because I'm breathing so fast. What else can be done but the breathing and the energy within your being? And you will immediately feel the energy within your body. Blessings.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Also, people should not do breath of fire without learning the proper instruction for it. Ian, go ahead. There's a question. Ian has a question.
Okay, great. Thank you. I just have a simple question, really. You talked about the owls and the squirrels and chipmunks. I have all of that at my house. The owls I hear every night. There are bats, there are chipmunks, just all kinds of wildlife. And in my backyard, it's lots of vegetation, and I have big pots with flowers and a pool, large body of water, and I try to make it beautiful. Are there elementals that enjoy that? Do they come to enjoy my backyard, or?
Your yard is swimming with them, to use a pool analogy. Yes, the gnomes especially love your work because of the extra care that you take for the plants. When you love your plants and care for them, this is their prime work. is to support the beings of, whether it is for beauty, for admiration, for joy. It brings you peace and harmony, does it not?
Oh, yes, it does.
This is bringing your senses to connect in with your fourth and fifth dimensional senses. As you notice the softness of a leaf, as you notice the light that shines on the flowering bloom or across the bodies of water. This is why so many of the nature critters like to come to your property. You have, shall we say, a higher vibrational energy within your property than maybe many around you, because of the extra care in your heart's openness to the beauty and appreciation. Because once you find that appreciation within your being, then the fairies and the sprites and the pixies may all enjoy their work as they dance on the waters and the flowers jumping from flower to flower. The tree spirits also have messages for you if you have not connected in with your trees. This is a more stoic learning as you sit with your tree in quietness, in silence, in appreciation. But you have many, many on your property that say, thank you. Oh, I hear the gnome saying, and if you want to build us a gnome house, we appreciate your efforts.
Okay, I will definitely consider that.
Little gifts of food and copper coins. The fairies
Thank you for that.
are open
Go
to
ahead.
this as well, if you prefer little fairy lights in your trees. It is your choice, and they appreciate any and all your efforts.
Great, thank you very much.
You are most welcome.
Andy, were there any other questions in YouTube? If not, I have a question, and I think this will be the last question for King Faye.
I do have one more that just
Okay,
came up
go ahead.
from
All right, sure.
the Mammoth. Can you tell me more about the Kaliki incarnation, if I said that correctly, and will there be one?
Kaliki.
Is that Kali Yuga?
Well, it's Khalki.
Kaliki
Kalika.
hakuhiana ha kahiana ha. Etuhuhiana ha katuia paena haiki. Hahuhiana ki apahuhiana kahi takara tahuena. Hahaiana huiana dahata. Hahiana kahiana tahakuana ha kahiana pa. Uhuiana ha ki atahiana tara kahiana datahiana kai. This lifetime was a lifetime of expansion and growth, of connecting in with the elemental nature beings, the plants, the fronds, the water. As you worked with plant medicine within that lifetime, whether you decide to embody much of that spirit to bring it up again, and perhaps already are, you are already attuned to it, have interest in it, And if you come again, or if another comes again as fractals, as many as you know come as parts of beings, as we join together to make you a more solid chain within your DNA structures, the choice is to be made.
Okay, Karen, you can go ahead and take it back to the room now.
Thank you very much. Okay, I have a quick question. This is something that I brought up before, but I think it's maybe, since you are the king of the elementals, it might be great to direct this question to you. There was a time a few years ago where I had been requesting contact with elementals, and there was a moment when I was outside and I saw a man who was he was a man that had a human shape, but he was not shaped like any man I'd ever seen before. He was quite long, and he had a very curly mop of hair, but very, very thick. He was wearing knickers of all things, which humans don't generally wear knickers. They were earth color. They look a sort of woolish twill. And he had what happened is, from a distance, I saw him. And as he started walking towards me, it took him a very long time to get to me, which was odd because he didn't seem that far away, but he just kept walking and walking. And it took him a long time to get to me. And when he got to me, he looked down at my dog, and my dog went up to him, and he bent down and he pet my dog, and then he looked up at me, and I said hello, and he said hello, and then he sort of gave me a look, and then he stood up and walked away. And when I watched him walk away, it took a very long time for him to be out of my line of vision. And it just seemed to take a long time. And actually, when he was walking up to me, it was like it was taking him a long time to get near me. And then all of a sudden he was right by me in an almost startling way. And I just thought, this is a fairy, or some sort of elemental, but I didn't know. And I had also very much the impression that when he was looking at my dog and my dog went up to me, he was very interested to see my reaction to him. And was I going to be kind? Was I going to be welcoming? And the fact that he had his hand on my dog, which he was very sweet, but it was almost I didn't feel threatened, but it felt like it could go either way depending on my reaction to him. But it was a pleasant experience.
Your fear in that moment.
It was not fear. It was awareness, I think, of reading the situation. I didn't feel fear.
Not that you felt a fear, but a fear in that moment, which resides within your DNA from prior lifetimes of experiences with seeing. And so this elven gentleman calls himself Lord of Time, wanted you to experience the dimensional aspect of yourself where there is timelessness, and what seems like a long time may have been moments, and moments for a long time. And so as he was walking and walking and walking, it was happening that he was traveling through the dimensional tunnel and taking his sweet time about it so that you could experience it in its fullness and allow. And as he petted your dog and you thought, oh, is this okay to do? You also thought, don't take my dog. Because he could have, as many times the animals will go off planet with the element, just disappear, if you will. So as then he left, again, allowing you the full embodiment of the experience of seeing him clothed, human-ish in his full form for your heart's expansion and trusting and allowing and releasing those past lives that were not allowed that same honor.
Okay, thank you for that. All right, it's been a very, let me just see, do we have one more question? Let me just see. No, I think that was it. So we are reaching the end of the time with you. It's been a great pleasure to speak with you, and I thank you very much for all the information that you shared today. And I would like you to, if you can, bring Wendy back, and we will take it from there. So, but thank you very much. It's been a great honor to meet you and to share this space with you today.
Thank you. It has been my great honor to be here and to share messages, and for those who have opened their hearts to the more of who they are. Akuru tuhanara tuhuna kahuru turu. Connecting with your Mother Earth. Blessings. And want to come back.
Well, they're welcome to come back another time. No problem. That was lovely.
Wow. That was very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you for the beautiful questions. That was really nice.
Yeah, they were
And the
good
energy.
questions.
Woo!
Oh, I have to tell you something about your microphone. I think you have a high cut microphone. So when you start doing high tones, it cuts you out. And I don't know if your microphone is voice activated, but you might want to turn that off, especially if you're toning.
Oh yeah, good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I wasn't going to tell you in the middle of your toning because you're in channeling.
You know,
so,
I've actually noticed that before, and I think sometimes that frequency is intended to disappear, because then you're listening for it, and then as it comes back in, then you're still receiving it, even though you're not hearing it necessarily. I'm still vocalizing it, saying my physical body, still vocalizing it, so that as those tones are coming out, that you're definitely still getting the energy frequency, even if you're not able to hear them. So, but yeah, I've noticed that before. Thanks.
Yes. Sometimes on a voice activated mic, it clips like when it gets to a certain frequency of tone, but.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me know though. I'll make a note of that.
Okay. Thank you. All right, Susan, let me switch here. Let me get Susan ready. You ready, Susan?
Yeah, I believe so.
Great. So Susan, we'll start the same as we did with Wendy. And so why don't you tell everyone just in a very short kind of biographical description of, how you got started channeling, who you channel, and what your basic journey has been, just in a quick way.
Okay, sure.
And also just to prefer, at the end of this, we'll come back to each one of you because I know that there's a way to contact you if people want sessions and stuff like that. So we didn't forget that, but let's just do that at the very end. Okay.
All right.
It'll be in the description. It'll be in the description of YouTube as well.
Yeah. So I've been doing Kundalini Reiki for like around 25 plus years. And so I've always had my strongest, I guess, psychic abilities has been claircognizance, where I just know, or I get, names, words, in my head. And I'm also sensitive to energy, or clairsentient. And so I can recognize like when I've gone into haunted houses or things in the past, like I can recognize that spirit is there basically. But probably for about 10 years, between like 2009 and 2019, I was part of a intuitive practice group locally, and where we practice our psychic mediumship healing gifts as a group. And I took like intro to psychic development. I took some mediumship classes. And so I kind of started out that way. But from about, I'd say like July 2019 to the present, I've been going through more of an accelerated awakening, I guess you'd call it. And you know, I was doing like Course in Miracles, which helped me kind of get out of the ego mind and get more into the heart, following my own inner guidance instead of the ego. And that was around July 2019 since. And I took my first channeling class with someone online, Sasha Renson, back in like November, December of 2019. And then I spent a year doing kind of like, I call it semi-automatic writing type of conscious channeling, and just writing in a journal messages I would get and sharing those messages. And then in December of 2020, I took Jim Charles's class on channeling. And that's how I connected we created a practice group, our global channeling practice group, where we've been posting videos of some of our sessions out on our Facebook page, Channeled Illuminations, and on our YouTube channel, Channeled Illuminations. So since then, since like December 2020, I've been doing more the conscious channeling. The first being that came through me was Anubis, because I have like an Egyptian connection. I have an aspect of the Egyptian goddess Mat, and I was an Isis priestess like Wendy was. And so he felt like a brother to me. So I felt comfortable bringing him in. And so conscious channeling is like you intersect your energy with the being's energy, kind of like connect your auric fields in a way. And so when I brought him in, I saw like his jackal head, and I felt his taller stature and recognized his energy signature and all that. So, but with practice, I've been, I usually leave it open to any positive beings that want to come in. And so, and I'm a fractal of Archangel Metatron. So I've channeled, he's like the only Archangel I think I've channeled, but I've channeled some Ascended Masters like Jesus, Green Terra, some of the goddesses, Ishul and Mary Magdalene, and Pele, and then Anubis, Ra, Thoth, and then of course the nature people, as they like to be called, the elementals. So I've channeled dragons, unicorns, griffins, Sasquatch, fairies, and I know that so Wendy and I, as she mentioned, are doing an elemental realm series where we do live events about every 2 months, connecting with different elemental groups. And so the next is going to be the Dragonfly Collective. So in addition to that, in addition to the channeling, I'm working on some energetic infused artwork, which I've been called to do. I've been told it's supposed to work like an oracle to illuminate or uplift, enlighten whoever is drawn to my artwork. So that's another kind of side project I'm working on as well. But so it's been a journey. I continue to have
behind you. Is that yours, right?
Or what was that?
Sorry, what's behind you is your artwork. Is that correct?
No, this is just
okay.
a wall hanging of. It's like Metatron's cube combined with like the flower of life, I think.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So, but I've been creating artwork for our different elemental realm series events. So Wendy and I started with the World Dragon Day last October and channeled the dragons. We did January 1st, we did the unicorns. I think it was March 12th, we did the gnomes. And then our next one's going to be the Dragonfly Collective. So it's a continuing journey, like, new and different beings show up all the time. So we just had the Galactic Dragon Collective show up last week. So so we're really enjoying.
Sounds like a fun adventure.
It's a fun adventure, yes. So
yes.
And
okay. So do you know who you're going to be channeling, or is it just anybody's guess?
Well, I've been kind of checking in to see, like Wendy mentioned, Donner, but I think his name is pronounced Dona, but it's like Donar, you know, like the little R at the end. So I'm kind of feeling like he wants to maybe come through, or it might be that Goringal, the gnome, or so, but I leave it open. So, you know, as we've been told, there may be other beings that want to come through instead, but that's kind of a little bit of what I'm feeling so far. So I'll kind of go into like my meditative breathing technique to kind of bring the energy in through my crown chakra, in through each chakra. I kind of breathe the energy down to kind of overlay like their auric field with mine. And then once I feel they're ready, then then I'll start speaking. So
Okay.
So it might take me a couple minutes here.
Take all the time you need. Just whenever you're ready. We're here.
Okay.
No worries.
Yes, this is Donar of the King of the White Dragons of the North. My true name is Dona, but when I pronounce it, it is often heard as Donar. I would like to start by giving you a blessing. Hosika etokoya sia kia sukotoya ya sia koya ya sikoya ya tia hia soya sia koa hia sia kaya toya ya sikoa hia tayo sika ya sikia yo Hosia koya sikia toya ya sikoya ya sikotoya ya sikaya toya ya tia ya skoya ya sikaya toya ya sikia. I am coming through today to let you know of the dragon's presence in your reality, in your ascension process, that we are here to assist you all, that you may call upon us of all the dragon clans that you resonate with, that are your guides. You may ask who you may connect with, that you resonate with. Always go within your inner guidance as to who you connect with, for we can offer our assistance in protection, in clearing your energies, in helping you upon your enlightenment path. For we are always here to connect our dragon hearts with yours, For we only wish to send you our love, share our guidance, share our wisdom, and to assist you at this time. So do not hesitate, do not have any fear about connecting with us as long as you feel it is a positive connection within your heart. But I will answer any questions that you may have.
Well, okay. At this moment, I don't have a question directly, so let me just ask you something. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and where you are, whether it's dimensionally or location-wise, and a little bit about how you look?
Yeah, so as a white dragon of the north, I guess our skin color is more of a silvery white. We have more bluish colored eyes in your coloration. We are underneath the area of the seas around Norway, in that region, in the fourth and fifth dimensions most often. And we are assisting Gaia with her ascension as well. And as you raise in your vibration, you will continue to be able to have a clearer connection with us as your frequency becomes higher.
Do you have family? How do you, are you alone? I really don't know much about dragons, and do they live in groups? How do you? Yeah.
This dear one has a dragon guide from my clan whose name is Altia, and she is one of my wives, and there is 3 of our children, our babies, our younglings that reside with her, that are around her, not all the time, but they are around her to learn about these types of human dragon interactions, such as the channeling that this and Wendy do together. And my children's names are Alicia, Gracine, and Trador, 2 girls and a boy that are around, and they like to share their light language as well and channel in the channelings that these 2 are doing. It is helping to familiarize more of humanity with what services that we may offer, what connections that we may have. We wish to establish more harmony, more peace in our relationships with humans, as we once had upon this planet during ancient times of Lemuria, Atlantis, that you know of, that we had to shift into a higher dimension once some human groups started to hunt us, since they wished to obtain for themselves the longevity that we had, the magic that we had, that they wished in greed to obtain these for themselves, instead of knowing that we only wish to live in peace with them, that we would share our gifts freely with them, if only they, in their fall of consciousness, some turned against us, some were still loyal to our original connections and tried to protect us, those such as this one that we connected with in Lemurian times, for she was a Lemurian priest at that time, that we worked together in many lifetimes, her and the dragons, and she was a dragon priestess in other lifetimes as well. For that is our main goal. Now that humanity has been raising their consciousness to a higher level, we are able to connect in more peaceful means and to restore our friendship, restore our relationships with humans that are open to connecting with us once more in unity, in harmony. For that is our main message, our main why we are making ourselves known once more, is that we are here to assist humanity with their ascension and share our energies with Gaia, as well as supporting the creation of the new earth. The new earth dragons are helping build the ley lines, build the energetic grids for the new earth structure, that they are coming in as well to bring in the Christed lights into the new earth creation, and assisting humans that are also lending their energies in this way.
Thank you. Thank you. There's some questions that have come in. Kat has a question.
Yes, go ahead, Kat.
So some of your traits are magic and longevity. How would you describe something additional to that? What would you describe that would be?
We are able to, through our magic and our energy, we are able to assist others with their health and vitality. We can help provide activations, infusions, if you will, to your physical structure, sending our energy to restore balance within your cells and to help to revitalize them and to bring greater balance within your physical structure. For often through your egoic thought processes, that if you believe that your physical body is fallible or can fail you or break down, or there's a great belief in death, in the disintegration of the body structure. And this is a belief that you can work to try to eliminate from your consciousness, this fear of death that many believe in. For in ancient times, humans were able to live hundreds upon hundreds of years, and you can, as you are moving into a more crystalline DNA structure and able to hold more light, that some of these, and letting these belief systems fall away, that you will be able to extend your life, you will be able to extend your health and stay in a more balanced, healthy state, as long as your belief systems do not work against you, do not deter this. And you can call upon us to help bring in this energy, this health and vitality. If you are feeling sluggish, if you're feeling a sense of dis-ease within your being, that we can help you restore this balance within you, that we can help lend our energy to your body elemental in helping restore your health. Does this make sense?
Yeah, super good. You can help me with my physical body while we're talking. Thank you very much.
Yes.
You are playful. I feel like I don't really have connection with dragons, but I don't want that. I think you're just amazing and beautiful and special, and I think it's a part of me that I don't really know nothing about dragons.
Yeah, you can ask in your meditations if there is a dragon that wishes to connect with you as a guide.
Good, good. Yeah. So in my dreams, in my self dreaming, I can ask that too. Yeah. Okay. Super good. Yeah.
Or I can see if I can tap into a name of a dragon that may wish to connect with you if you wish to receive this
Yes.
information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one moment, please.
Nobody wants to connect with me.
No, I am receiving the name Altenor, Altenor, Altenor. And let me check his clan. I'm getting that he is a new earth dragon. And that if you wish to send energy to help with the work of the new earth dragons, to help with sending energy to Gaia to build the new earth structure, that he would much appreciate connecting with you in this work.
Okay. I will try to see and visualize him in my daydreaming and see. I want to see how this energy is manifesting within my dreams. Because without connection, yeah, I can. I'm not too much of a volunteer if I don't see things. If I can say, I help something that I don't know what it is about. I need to see things. So I will try to connect with him and or her, and it will be my pleasure.
Yeah, it is a he.
Are they playful? The dragons are playful. They what do they play? What is their life?
Yes, the younglings, the baby dragons that are around this dear one are very playful, very curious, which is typical of our younglings. They are curious about humans. They wish to interact. They wish to lend their playful, joyful energies. They have a high vibrational joy, innocence, energy that will help to uplift you if you call upon them, or you can ask to if there's any, if you would like to be a dragon priest, for example, and have some of our younglings around you to learn from your human activities. You can request if it is meant to be, to have them around you. And they enjoy speaking light language through this one often. And they also like to play with the other nature people, with the gnomes. They like to sing songs with the gnomes, which this one has experienced. They like to connect with the other nature beings that this one connects with. So yes,
I love this idea of baby dragons.
Yes, they will bring much joy to your life. They are usually very happy, very playful, very, have a very uplifting energy.
Yeah, very playful, no?
Yes, they are very playful, yes.
Plainful.
Plainful?
Yeah, like a lot of healthy, voluminous energy.
Yes.
This is what I feel like. I'm not sure if I'm right.
Yes, they have very uplifting
full.
energy, very high vibrational energy, like they're always on the go. They're always happy,
Yeah,
always playing their,
Okay, oh, sorry, go ahead. We need to move on just in a moment because we have some questions and not so much time left.
Yes. Go ahead, please.
Thank you.
All right, much
Okay,
blessings.
Wendy
you
has
very
a
much.
question, please. Thank you. Go ahead, Wendy.
Thank you. And hello, greetings.
Greetings. Dear one. Arr.
My question for you is that I have heard the term soul dragon used very often. And so I am curious about, does this reference many lives with having a dragon within your own soul, or that you've been the life of a dragon? Or can you please define or help us understand soul dragon in that term? Thank you.
Yes, it is called a soul guardian dragon. So it is similar to what you may think of as a guardian angel. But it is an aspect of your soul. So it is similar to you having other aspects and fractals of other beings, archangels, ascended masters, etc. That it is, if you are connected with us, if you've had lifetimes as a dragon or with us, the dragons, in working with us, that you will receive if you are working with us in a particular lifetime, or you will have this aspect as part of your collective soul's energy that you bring into a lifetime if you are meant to work with us in that lifetime, or yes, it will be a part of you if you have lifetimes as a dragon. It'll be part of your soul. So not everyone may have a soul guardian dragon, is those that have either had lifetimes working with us, or have had lifetimes within our clans, that you will have this aspect of your soul, if you want to think of it that, or it helps to, it lends its energy, this dragon connection energy. It makes us connect with you easier for us to work together in a particular lifetime, if that makes sense.
Yes, thank you very much. And then the other question that I have is, are there dragons specific to an area? For example, we'll be in Shasta and then we'll be in Ireland taking some people in groups there. Are there specific, is it like an earth dragon that we should reach out to, or a particular clan?
Yes, for Mount Shasta, yes, there are new earth dragons in that region, but also air dragons, those connected with the air that are around the mountain area. And there are water dragons in the lakes, such as Lake Siskiyou, that you are aware of. There are water dragons there that you can connect in with. So I would say, yeah, water, earth, and air. And then in Ireland, you will mainly be connecting with the earth dragons, the ancient earth dragons in those areas, and helping to clear some of the ancient energies that need to be cleared from the lands, that need to be transmuted. That, yeah, it is more you connecting with the elementals and the earth dragons upon that trip to Ireland, and subsequent trips you may take into the United Kingdom.
Fantastic. Thank you so very much. Beautiful to connect with you today. Blessings.
Yes, blessings.
Thank you. so much. Okay, Radha has a question. Thank you.
Yes,
dear.
hello.
Hello.
You spoke about the Ascension, and I was wondering if you can give us some insight into how the Ascension is going and what more we as a community can do to help it along.
Yes. I would say most in the group here, including yourself, are experiencing more and more of the fourth dimensional energies. And there are many layers of density, if you will, within a particular dimension. So within the fourth dimension, there's many layers that you can tap into, lower and higher, more closer to the fifth dimension. Some of you have experience connecting in to the fifth dimension as well. So I would say most light workers at this time, especially in this group, are, or at least in the fourth, most of the time. You still have to do work in the fifth, but you are able to, through intention, connect into more of your multidimensional selves, more into these higher dimensions as you intend to raise your vibration. The Ascension process as a whole is going well. Since there really is no concept of time, that, as many of you know, that the Ascension is successful. But you are experiencing it in each now moment as you continue to move higher and higher. But it is something that is on track. It's something that will happen. It's something that you do not need to worry about not achieving. That is more of the ego sense saying, you know, will I get there? Will we all get there? Yes, you will all reach ascension if that is your goal in this particular lifetime, that you will ascend with Gaia, that she will ascend. She is on track for this. Make sure that to not let any of the fear or chaos in what you see in the outer world affect you. Stay within the heart, stay within your inner guidance, and follow that each day and each moment. Stay in your love, stay in your joy, and live your happiest life possible. And there are many beings around all of you that are connected with you, your light teams, if you wish to call them that can help raise your mood. Or if you are feeling down, if you are feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders, you can call upon your light team that are always in the wings, if you wish to call it that can come to your aid, that can raise your vibration. You can ask them to clear and uplift your energies at any time, to shift your mood, to shift your vibration into the higher realms. But yes, everyone is where they should be on their ascension journey, if that is your purpose for this lifetime, is to ascend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Barbara has a question. Go ahead, Barbara.
Hi there, this is Barbara. My question is, do I have a connection with the dragon in this lifetime or in the past lifetimes?
Yes, one moment, let me check. I see that you have a Lemurian connection with a blue dragon. It's a royal blue color, and its name is I'm getting Balsaya, Balsaya, Balsaya. And it is a she. She does have kind of a gold sheen to her skin, and some lighter blue as well with the royal, but the majority of the color is royal blue. And so you work together in working with the universal forces, the forces of nature, that you were a priestess of sorts, working together to work with Gaia, to work with the earth energies, and helping to maintain the energy of the area where you lived, and to bring upliftment to the people. And I feel that she wishes to connect with you
Yes.
in this lifetime more, to bring back that ancient knowledge that still lies dormant within you, that you may ask for her assistance to help awaken yourself consciously to this knowledge once again that you once used in those Lemurian times, in working together with her and asking to connect with her and work with her in this lifetime, and helping with doing similar work to bring up the earth energies, to send positive healing vibrations to Gaia through intention, to help stabilize the weather patterns, to help make them less destructive. Though Gaia will be shaking things up on the earth with earth movements, etc., that some of you are aware of, but you can help send your support to Gaia together to help minimize any destruction to the human populations in those areas as she releases and transforms these denser energies that need to come to the surface and be transmuted, that you can help support this work in bringing a greater balance, or to minimize the impact on the humans affected by these earth movements, these earth eruptions, such as volcanic eruptions as well.
Wonderful. I will connect with her when I meet and channel with her. I'll channel with her more so that we can get this.
Yes, she is looking forward to you reconnecting.
I'm excited.
She has given me her excitement as well.
It's interesting because I've been looking at blue dragon figurines and stuff. It just caught my attention. So it's interesting.
Yes.
Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Yes. Much love to you.
Much love.
Thank you so much. We have some questions from the YouTube chat, and then we have time for about 1 to 2 more questions, and then we're out of time. Let's see how this goes. Go ahead, Ian.
Okay, I have a couple of questions from Hey Metwali, and one of them, the first question is, how strong are you connected to the 2 white dragons called Barkley and, I'm going to try to pronounce this, Beruth? It's Beiruth.
Yes, I'm feeling, yes, I am aware of them. They are also high elders of white dragons, but they are part of the crystal dragon clan. They are also white dragons, but in a different clan, but they are connected because we reside in the similar northern realms on the planet. And so we are, in a sense, neighbors. I am feeling like they are more in the area of Russia, or in more that region of the north. And so we are friendly. We do connect with the crystal dragons that are in more the frozen regions of the north in that area. But I'm feeling like they are more, yes, in the fourth dimension underneath the area of Russia. And so if you do additional research on crystal dragons, that's, yeah, they do have a similar purpose in working with the land, with the frozen structures, the crystalline structures. They can also assist you if you call upon them with your transformation from carbon-based DNA to crystalline DNA, that they are able to work with the crystalline structures within your body, as well as they work with the crystalline grid of Gaia in the fifth dimension related to the building of the new earth.
Okay, and the other question is also, are the pyramids in Visosko, Bosnia, a dragon portal?
I'm getting a yes. That area, as well as other areas, that there are different portals on the planet. That is one of them. That was a dimensional portal for us dragons to escape from humans that hunted us, that we were able to escape through some of these through ley line portals, and also some of these sacred sites. We were able to escape from those humans that wished to destroy us, if you will, and we were able to enter into a higher dimension to protect ourselves in ancient times. And so, yes, this was one of those areas where we were able to shift dimensions more easily, able to move to a higher dimension.
Okay, thank you. And I'll do one last question from YouTube, since we are running out of time. And that is, it is said that some very tough and unhappy times are necessary for the human ascension to happen or to start. Would Donner talk about this, please?
As I've mentioned, there will be physical movements upon the earth plane that may cause disruptions to humanity, that may definitely be difficult depending on what area of the planet that you reside in, that there will be earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, raising of sea levels, tsunamis, etc., that may affect different areas of the planet. But if you are meant to move out of the way in a sense of these energetic shifts that Gaia will be going through, you may call upon your inner guidance, call upon your guides, angels, your galactic families, to have them guide you to where, if you need to move out of a particular area, if you need to change locations to protect yourselves, that you will, if it is meant as part of your path, you will be guided internally through your inner guidance system to change your location to be, or to find ways where it will be less impactful for you. So I would say always stay within your guidance, stay within the now moment, follow what your heart tells you. You may call on us dragons, you may call on any other beings that you will feel a connection with that will work with you to help make it less impactful for you. And you can also send your healing energies to anywhere on the globe, from wherever you are. You can send your healing energies to help support and the people in those areas that are affected, to always lend your high vibration to any of these areas. That would be the best guidance. But this is necessary in order for you to shift to a higher density, that this is necessary for Gaia's ascension, that you have all chosen to be here at this time for this journey because you are all warriors of the light. You all are very powerful aspects of Source Creator, that you have the strength and fortitude within your beings to be able to move through these challenging times with greater ease. If you have it within your mindset that this will be difficult for you, that it'll be too much of a challenge for you, then you will bring in more of those energies. If you focus on moving through these earth changes with ease and gentleness and peace and love and unity, and hold that energy within your being, and also send that energy to the rest of humanity, to Gaia, to help assist all others on their journey, that this will assist many in bringing a greater ease, a greater flow, a greater less impact to these other areas of the earth. But because you are that powerful, and if you know that you are that powerful, and trust that you will be guided every moment of your life, that you will be guided from within yourselves, and trust in that guidance, then you will not be in fear of what is to come, as long as
Thank you so much.
Stay within your hearts.
Thank you so much. I don't mean to cut you off, but we are out of time. And I wanted to
Yes.
bring ask Susan to come back and bring Wendy on, and have you just in a quick minute, tell people where they can get in touch with you, what you've got coming up, and we can do that. But please bring Susan back.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
will. Thank you all for having me.
Thank you.
Tosikaya toya sikitoyetia sikutoya.
Thank you so much, both Wendy and Susan. It was really great having you. I really have to keep you on time because we had more questions, but we were running out of time. So just all the description, your description is in the chat for anybody who wants to get in touch with you. But why don't you tell everyone what you have coming up and how they can reach you?
So if you check out our YouTube channel, Channeled Illuminations, we have our videos out there that has our contact information there as well. You can email me at theilluminationrealm@gmail.com if you're interested in private sessions or have any questions about today. And then I'll let Wendy talk about herself. But yeah, we'll be doing live Zoom events probably every couple months for our Elemental Realm series, and we'll post the information about that on our Facebook group called Channeled Illuminations as well. So you can check that out, become a member of that group, and you'll keep informed of any upcoming events that we have.
Thank you. I wasn't sure if I'm on, if you still have select speaker.
So Wendy, do you have an email that you want people to contact you at?
Yeah, so I didn't know if Karen still had you, like you're the only one that could be seen at the time, but
No,
I'll get
I
my
have you
information.
on gallery. I have you on gallery
Okay.
and we can see you.
Okay, perfect. I wasn't sure. So you can contact me at info@wendynapolitano.com, and then my website is listed there as well. It's a work in progress. It always seems to be a work in progress. I don't think they want me to focus on my website. They just want me to go and have fun and do what I'm doing. So, but we also are doing our events in Mount Shasta. So that third week in November, we're going to arrive there Wednesday. And then it's not, this year, we're not doing it as a conference. We're just doing it as a joining of hearts. And so we also have a Facebook page, Lemurian Call to Action. So that's where we first were connecting in and where our guidance was. And so that event is actually listed out there. I can share it out to the Hucolo page as well, so that if somebody wants, if they're interested, you know, we have a location, we have the timing, and then we have a loose agenda where we'll be going and working with the water and the land and connecting with the elements. And we're told we're going to see some amazing things. So, so we hope that if your heart is being drawn there, that you'll come and work with us. And then currently we're talking about going to Ireland. The location is not determined at this time, but Ireland in probably April of May of next year is our direction so far. And we're just really listening into our teams and asking asking for their guidance. So so we thank you. We appreciate so much that you opened your hearts to us today, that you gave us your time and consideration. I am an energy healer. That's my primary thing that I do, but channeling, of course, is just a blessing. So I'm happy to share my gifts with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm going to end it right here. Thank you, everyone. Jim will be back next week. Wonderful, Susan, Wendy. So lovely to have you. We'll definitely have you back either individually or together again. I think maybe individually would be better. Then we give some full time to each one of you. So, all right. Much love to you, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so very much. Bye, everyone.
Love.
Much love.
Okay. Bye.